Hello world, Will White here, Piked Antler Project. Going over the pack list for the Youth Survival Summer Camp, ages 10 to 17. Not all in one group, obviously, but here's the pack list. There's gonna be two different lists, one for the daily needs and then one for the overnight needs. So first things first, any medications, especially EpiPens. If your child needs or may need a medication out in the wilderness, send it with your kid and make sure we get possession of it and we know what we need to do with it. So that's on you to let us know. We will take care of the rest. Full-Tang Knife. So this is a Full-Tang Knife. More knife if you want to get one. They're on Amazon. This particular one's $40, $50, but it does come with a ferro rod and a sharpening stone. That's Full-Tang. We have a handful of these on site. So if you don't want to bother getting online and buying one, totally fine. 20 bucks, we'll send one home with your kid. Good knife, same brand. So that's Full-Tang. Non-Full-Tang is a folding knife. We don't want that. As you're trying to, do batten, basically you're getting a hard piece of wood, hitting the back of your knife to cut into whatever you're trying to cut. This has a hinge. It's very likely that's going to break. So we don't want folding knives. If that's all you have, send it. You might not get it back in one piece. So go Full-Tang. Rain gear. Poncho. This is my preference. Nothing super fancy. What I like about it is it's not super big and it serves as a tent. So if I need to, I can turn this into a tent. It's also a poncho to keep me covered. So what I like about this poncho is it's pretty big. I can turn it a different way. I can take it this way and make a little shelter out of it. And plus in Mother Nature in North Carolina, we're not in the South, we're not in Florida or Central America, not a lot of palm fronds, so it's hard to make a waterproof roof on your shelter. So that's why this is good. It's got a nice little hood, keep you pretty dry. The downside is it doesn't protect your legs. So what happens is as it's raining, the water's running down and ends up collecting on your lower legs and your feet. So if you have waterproof boots and a waterproof leg layer, it's a pretty good system. Or just go with the good old-fashioned, Walmart rain suit. Up to you. Boots. What we really need are closed-toed shoes. We will be walking through briars and mud and dirt and branches and rocks, so have an ankle support and something to protect your feet from thorns is ideal. Least thing you could send with your kid is good old-fashioned tennis shoes, but boots are preferred. Ankle high or higher. Small backpack. All we need, nothing fancy. We need just a bag that your kid can more or less fit roughly 2 gallons of volume in. Water bottle, poncho, the basics. But on the overnight, if they're going to use a tent, they need to have room to put a tent in their pack. Or I recommend an Eno or a travel hammock. Super small, super convenient, easy to set up, especially if it has that waterproof cover. We will let the kids sleep in their own shelter if they so choose to, but that is up to them. Pants. This is the one that gets confused mostly. This is the one that gets the most confusing. So pants, when I say long pants, I'm talking goes down to your feet, up to your waistline. You need a belt loop so we can hang your knife from that or anything else we need to. But we don't want yoga pants, no sweatpants, no tights. Something that if you're walking through briars or thorn bush, it's not going to shred your pants. So something somewhat thick. We're talking BDUs, DCUs, jeans, dungarees. It's kind of an old school term. Carhartts, something a little tough. Yeah, it's going to be warm, but you're going to stay a lot safer that way. Bandana is optional. You can do a lot of stuff with the bandana. No big deal. Water shoes, that's optional as well. At the primary site, we will be at a creek. And we'll be taking breaks to go, let the kids swim and play in the creek. So if you want them to have water shoes, send it with them. If not, that's on you. We will have a place to store stuff so your kid's not having to bring in, 20 pounds of gear every single day. We can store it on site, like water shoes and whatnot. Towel, totally up to you. Should be pretty warm, but you never know. In the mountains, even in the summer, once that sun goes behind the horizon, temperature drops pretty quick. Nalgene, plastic, or metal water bottle. So Nalgene or plastic, that's fine, primarily because we need something clear, because you can purify water with just sunlight in a clear bottle. Or a metal water bottle, you can't do it that way, but you can boil it in a metal container. You can do it with plastic, but it's just tastes nasty and it's got some health risks to it. Aside from that, send lunch every single day with your kid. We will provide snacks, except for on the overnight. So come Thursday and the rest of the course, nothing needed. We will provide snacks and lunch and dinner and breakfast. Monday through Wednesday, send snacks. Thursday, just send them. We'll take care of the food. So for the overnight, first thing, headlamp. If you're not sure what that is, it's a lamp that goes on your head so you can go hands-free and look around at night. If you want to bring another flashlight as well, that's great, but make sure you send a headlamp. Nothing fancy, Walmart, Lowe's, something that straps on your head and shines light. Sleeping pad and sleeping bag. We will be sleeping outside on the overnight. Your child can have a tent or an Eno or a hammock. That's up to them. If they're not going to be sleeping in a hammock, send a ground pad and a sleeping bag. And a ground pad is essentially a yoga mat, more or less. Socks, underwear, shorts, sweater, a change of clothes. They'll be tired, they'll be wet, so send a change of clothes so they can sleep a little more comfortably. And last thing is hygiene. Toothbrush, toothpaste, personal hygiene. Thing for boys and girls. They can always go to bed stinky and smelly. That's up to them. Not a necessity, but a recommendation. Take care of your hygiene. Toothbrush, toothpaste, personal hygiene. We will have facilities for using the restroom. So got to go number 1 or number 2. We have toilet paper in the toilet, believe it or not, up in the woods. So that's good. That's about it. See you soon. If you have any questions, go ahead and send a message. Stay alive as long as you can.